Are you kidding me? This got to be the biggest blunder in teenage engineering history, let alone probably the music synthesizer industry. It's the biggest blunder, and I got the craziest conspiracy theory about this because I know exactly what happened, because this is how crazy things are these days. It's absolutely out of control. All right, welcome to that Synth Show. We're back, and this is the last time I'm covering this EP-133 KO2 XYZ LMNOP from Teenage Engineering. So let's go with that Synth Show, because I got some interesting thoughts on what happened with this company. All right, welcome back. So as you know, if you've been following along, there's been absolute hoopla about this product, but one thing's been missing from this whole scene, and that's nobody really talking about what a blunder this company just made on a massive international scale. And it seems to be a giant cover-up, and I don't know what's going on. There's videos out of people talking about the faders being broke, the speaker being broke, the effects being broke, and no big people are talking about it. And Teenage Engineering hasn't even went and made a statement yet, you know? So I think that's crazy. And I KO'd Teenage Engineering from my order. I wrote them, I said, listen, I don't want this anymore. I was willing to give it a shot, and I'm not willing to give it a shot anymore now because there's too much issues with it. And to be honest, I don't trust the company that does that. So I got the big X for Teenage Engineering's new product. Although I think it's beautiful, although I really enjoyed it, I thought I was going to get it in my hands and really become a Teenage Engineering customer for life if it really impressed me, but you can't go doing that. You can't go sending DIY projects to people to fix at home with soldering irons, even though it's a cool skill. So let's jump over here real quick, because I'm going to show you a couple videos just to prove to you what's been going on, because it's absolute madness, if you ask me. So let's go over here and check this out. So this is Weaver Beats, and this is kind of cool because he broke it down real quick. If you don't know his show, go like and subscribe. I'm subscribed. I'm going to like this one here. Now let's check this out real quick.
Source for the music and music production news. Today we'll be talking about some new plugins, some free plugins, Spotify being very big. So you may remember in my last video, I talked about the new Teenage Engineering K.O.II sampler and how it looked pretty sick. There's some pretty good features, it looks good, and the price point is pretty decent, especially for Teenage Engineering. People were actually shocked because of how low the price was, just for them specifically. Well, apparently the price point is starting to make sense now because there seems to be some issues with the fader on it. It's weird. It's
Weaver Beats got a great show. I think his fans got ADHD because he does a lot of cutting and chopping and everything like that. So, but any Weaver Beats fan, come over to my channel. I don't do no cutting and chopping.
Almost as if this thing was engineered by a teenager. The first video I saw talking about this was from Decimal. He said that after using it for a bit, the fader was...
All right, you get the idea. I'm going to show Decimal's video here real quick. Let's go over and see what Decimal's got going on. So we jump over here to the original speaker video. How about the fader one? Look at this.
I'm getting a decent amount of views, so you might have seen that video already.
Yeah.
Good bear. It doesn't fit on exactly properly. It doesn't slip on smoothly, so you have to use a bit of force to get it down.
Thanks.
And we suspect that this may be the issue. I did hear from someone else that it could happen from shipping. This is reportedly from TE. They're saying that this might be a shipping issue. So
yeah, it's not a shipping issue.
Just keep the slider away from everything. Just don't use a lot of force with it. Do not put the slider button on. I just want to get...
All right,
thank you very much for watching.
That's Decimal's video. I'll throw it down. You can watch the whole thing. Main point is he had issues with the slider, and Teenage Engineering said it was a shipping issue. So if it's a shipping issue, okay, just the slider. I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. But then we go over here. Check this out real quick. We're looking at this one, and we got speaker issue now.
That the speaker on my KO2 was not working. 90% of the time I'm using the headphone out, so it took me a while to figure out that it wasn't working. I think it might have happened after I took it apart to fix the fader, and it turns out I'm not the only one who is having a speaker issue.
You're not. He's not the only one having a speaker issue, because I went and been scouring, you know, I've watched thousands of hours of this, probably 10,000 hours of video on the EP-133, and speaker issues, FX issues, MIDI audio in labeling issues, fader obviously issues, and look who it is, the king of all kings, Mr. Bo Beats.
My speaker suddenly stopped working and I don't know why. I tried and look in the settings, but I couldn't figure out why it stopped working. So
In this
I'll tell you why it stopped working, Bo, because Teenage Engineering put out a crap product. They did no quality control, and I got an idea about that later. Stay in tune. I'll tell you my theory on this whole thing. But as we see here,
I'm going to teach you how to fix the speaker, assuming that it's
look at this.
on the board
You
and
think-
on the speaker. These need to be touching or else you won't get a signal.
Do you think I'm going to spend $299 of the poor man's money to get a DIY project sent to me like Korg does or other companies to send you a kit to assemble? I guess it wasn't $2,000, but $299. You're going to send me this thing? The Samurai don't got time to be soldering equipment back together, okay? So I'm not taking it apart. I'm not soldering it back together. I bought a product from you. You ship me a product that works. And if the fader's broke, if the speaker's broke, if the FX, so you get the idea. I'll send that down the video. And then we go over here and we got this guy, Lo-Fi Lee.
I was trying to add some effects to the intro sequence, just a basic high-pass filter to filter out the lows in the sample. But for some reason, it's locked into a different tuning. I was trying to tune it prior to adding the high-pass filter, but I switched it off, and for some reason, the tuning is locked. And when I go back into tuning...
Yeah, we get the idea. All right, I'll subscribe to him, like, and share. You guys do it too. Go check his channel out. I'm going to throw it down in the video. But this is the problem. This is the problem with Teenage Engineering. They gave us this beautiful happy holiday. What are you not even doing anymore? So they gave us this beautiful product right here. And like I said, I bought it. I was going to have a real good time. I was going to demo it. I was going to rep Teenage Engineering to the hilt because I haven't bought none of their stuff. They sold that table. They sold those weird little dolls. I was like, what are they doing? Selling, you know, the OP-1 for, what was it, $2,000 or something they're selling that for? But anyway, main point is there's issue with this product and what they went and did. This is my theory. I think that Teenage Engineering got together with all their staff, and I don't know what the average age of their staff is, but they had this bright idea, and I think it's genius, actually. You know what? I think it's a genius idea what Teenage Engineering did. They sat down in the boardroom, they said, listen, it's right before Christmas. There's not that many synths being released now on the market. What can we do here? We don't have time to do the quality control. So what are we gonna do? We can wait, or why don't we get our customers to pay us and they'll do the quality control? So you get cats like Decima1 over here, who's got, how many videos has he got on this thing already? Fixing it, taking it apart, showing people how to do it. So they got people paying $200 to get a project shipped to them. They're all beta testing it, live time, on YouTube for everybody. And not only that, they're showing Teenage Engineering how to fix the issues. It's genius. It's absolutely genius. So maybe I am a fan of Teenage Engineering now, because that there is genius. Instead of paying for quality control, you send a product to your customers at dirt cheap, $2.99. Everyone's going to buy it. They almost made me buy. They did make me buy it, but I returned it and never to buy anything from them ever again. And they turned their customers into beta testers without their consent. I guess it was their consent because their consent was paying for it. But I think you feel it. I think it was one of the biggest conspiracies in the synthesizer industry going right now is Teenage Engineering got in the boardroom. Maybe this is all hypotheticals, just a theory, just my opinion. Got in the boardroom and maybe said, hey, you know what? Let's get this out before Christmas. Our super fans are going to keep it because our fans know how to solder everything back together. They're electronic geniuses. We'll have a bunch of products that'll probably work. And the ones that don't, we'll figure out how to fix it. And then we actually got paid to do quality control instead of paying for people to do quality control for us. So that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Teenage Engineering, what a friggin' joke. And I wish more and more people will come out and make videos talking about this stuff, because it's just people showing you how to fix it, and no one's like, this is an issue. Matt, just imagine in a far off land that Avenger released a product and they sold it for $2.99 like they do all their synthesizers. And when they got it, it was just issue after issue, and people started taking it apart and saw Avenger would have got raked over the coals, but somehow Teenage Engineering is getting a pass because I don't know why. You tell me. But anyways, that's that Synth Show. Sorry I'm so fired up, man. I'm trying to keep this stuff positive, but when the Synth Samurai takes his poor man cash that he works hard for and he invests in a company to get this product in his hands so he can become a lifelong customer, and it's an absolute joke. It's a pure joke. It's probably the worst product release in the last 10 years. Okay? It's a joke. It's a complete joke. But anyways, Teenage Engineering, you still got the best marketing in the world. I still think you got the hottest looking products out there. They're sleek. I love your designs. And you know what? Maybe if I become a millionaire someday, I'll buy all those other cool ones you got released. And maybe I'll even buy that $2,000 table and put it on and put a bunch of those little wooden dolls around it and do something like that. But anyways, that's that Synth Show. Hope you enjoyed it. And that's the end of the Teenage Engineering saga. Good luck and goodbye.